All right, everyone, welcome to the podcast. We've got a very special guest this evening. We have the Mama Goblin herself. We have Brittballls here.
That is what they call me. That is.
Hey, I'm a part of your community. Of course, I know that.
Oh, yeah, it's good to be here. Good to be here.
And also, we have another new guest. We have Nikk here as well, one of my best friends.
Well,
Welcome
that's what he
aboard.
said. But hello, hey everyone. First time here. This should be fun.
Oh, hi, Nick.
So let's
And he mutes himself again.
want the lawn mowing in the background.
Yeah. All right, so how's everyone doing?
Good, and welcome back, Eli, Soares, and myself, and Mike, of course. Thanks for getting this
Of
all
course.
together. We're doing it on a different day than usual, so the whole vibe I feel is a little bit different in a good way. Like it's I
That's
feel
nice.
like, yeah, I got. I'll go.
You guys usually do the show on what, Sundays?
We're doing
Thursday.
Thursdays.
Thursdays. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Thursday,
cool. I'm
and
glad
then
that
I
we're doing this
edit
today instead.
Friday, and then it comes out Saturdays. Usually how I do it.
Okay.
So
That's
I got a big question already, because just based off of the introduction to Brit, you called her Mama Goblin or something like that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Mama Goblin. All right, so that's awesome. That's cool. I want to know more about Goblin and whatever that whole thing is. But one of the things that I do want to say is, like, now that, like, I've been doing more podcasting and, like, meeting new people and, like, just kind of finding, like, a community of people who are interested in the same kind of topic and content. This is one of the things that I want to do so bad is, like, I feel like everyone has, like, 3 titles that, like, when they're being introduced or whatever, it's like, even Tom, like Eli probably can remember, like Trash Talk Toms or something. Like, everyone has, like, these, like, 3 or 4, like, lead up names. So, like, Mama Goblin, Brittball's, like, it's just like, what the fuck? Mine is like, I'm Wally, but I'm Brandon. It's just 2 names. We're just fucking around. So what? How did that Goblin thing come about? What are we doing here?
So and I'm sure we'll get way more into the specifics of what it is that I do later, but I'm a Twitch streamer, and so I stream, from 4 to 10 p.m. and then after 10 p.m. I'm usually sitting in a Discord call with all of my friends until around like 5 in the morning, and
Also drunk.
it's sort of like sometimes drunk, okay, sometimes drunk, but yeah, we call it like goblin hours or degenerate hours. Like I'm either like Mama Goblin or Degen Goblin, because I'm a degenerate goblin. I don't really know how else to say it. I'll just stay up until the sun comes up and do whatever.
Yeah, that sounds that explains itself. I feel like just the word Degen Goblin. I get that. I know what you're saying. I totally, like, get into those zones too, especially well, I really only play, like, Call of Duty, as everyone knows, but I'll have my Degen, like, weekends, like, oh, Friday I'm out of work from 3 to Sunday night, like, I'm playing fucking Call of Duty, doesn't matter, like, bullshitting around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did. So was Eli and I when we had a plan for a video, man.
For the zombies one.
Yeah, it was your idea. Partially your idea. Partially your idea. I text you, hey, you want to do it? Nah.
Well, all right. But here's the thing, and I was talking to Eli about this too the other day. It was like, I'm an idea man. I can have the ideas. When it comes to, and it was the same thing, like, when we started this court. Like, when we met for lunch that at the beginning of the week, I was like, yo, we have the ideas. And then you're like, okay, like, we'll record Thursday. Like, okay, it's awesome. And then it's like come to fruition. Like, I'll shoot for the fucking moon every single, like, with my brain just shooting off brainwaves like some insane man. But, like, some of them kind of work. Like, some of them are good. So it's good to finally have something other than just these inner core podcasts on,
True.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, I know. It took a while, but we finally able to start expanding a bit. But it didn't help either. I was technically out for 3 weeks. That didn't help either. That stopped everything.
Yeah, jeez.
But yeah, so Britt, tell us more about your streams, like what you stream, and how about your pizza raffle that I always see people entering in all the damn time.
So I've been live streaming on Twitch since March 13th of last year. Over the little over a year that I've been streaming, I've accumulated just almost 15,000 followers, which is pretty cool.
Plus one today.
Plus one today. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the follow. But anyway, I play pretty much everything. I would say when I started streaming, I mained Minecraft for a couple months, and then I started speedrunning a game called Portal. Do you guys know like the Valve game Portal?
Yep.
I think I've seen it before. Like, I know the trailer for the game.
Yeah, it came out in like 2007. It's kind of an older game.
I definitely know what game you're talking about. That's
yeah. It's so much fun. Oh yeah, it's so much fun. I'm on the leaderboard at actually 175 for speedrunning. I'm the 175th fastest. So that's my one flex for the day that no one ever cares about. It's like, oh yeah, I'm on the leaderboard. No one gives a shit.
It's one of those personal victories that like you know everyone's kind of like but like it means so much to you. I have so many of those. I got you.
I was wondering who the 175th person was today, actually, so I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, it's me. Surprise. But I'll play. I'll speedrun Portal, and lately I've just kind of been playing like, I'll just find a new game and just kind of go with it, figure it out as I go. And the last 2 days I've played some emotionally damaging games. I find myself crying on stream all the time because I'll either be playing something that just hits me somewhere deeply, or somebody will say something in my chat that just gets me in the feels, and I'll just begin to weep. I don't care. I will cry on stream, you know?
Oh, I've seen it.
But the pizza raffle that you were talking about, there's this goofy thing that we've been doing in my channel since my 50th follower. My 50th follower is the first person who got a pizza. But every single month, so you can accumulate like channel points when you watch a Twitch streamer by, following them. And it's just like, you can spend the little points on, just like fun little things like, oh God, I'm like drawing a blank. Like they can change the color of the LED lights in my background, or, change like the emote that I have on screen. But the big one that costs, I think it's one of the most expensive ones I have is the pizza raffle. And the pizza raffle is like, if somebody redeems that, if somebody, spends their channel points on that, I will enter their name in a random name generator. And then on the first of every month, I roll all the names. And then whoever wins, I send them a pizza. And I've been doing that for the last year. And like the last like 3 people that have won have been in the UK. And I've had to put on a VPN and go into the UK and use the UK Domino's website to order these people pizzas.
I didn't know that.
So fun.
That's so fun.
Yeah,
that's a Wally idea that you came up. So your follower came up with that idea, or
no? I did. I came up with that.
That's brilliant. I love that. That really engages that community too. Like that gives you something to, even if like you're just hopping on sometimes to like check out the channel. Like I would love to. I'm assuming you kind of stream during your ordering process or whatever. So like that would be hilarious to just watch. Like.
Oh yeah,
this random person's getting a pizza.
Getting a pizza. Well, I mean, it's such a foreign concept. Like, who the fuck watches a Twitch stream and then gets food? Like, that's so silly. You just get free food because you've been watching my stream for a while. Like, that's really cool.
How about the stinky chicks?
Oh, no, not the okay. Okay. So my mom hates the sticky checks. I think they're so funny. I think they're so funny. But in the middle of my stream, someone can, spend points to make me lift up my arm and sniff my armpit, dude. Oh. So I'll have like a huge audience, like a big raid will come in. There'll be like 200 people watching, and then one of my mods will just stinky check me, and I'm like, really, right now in front of all these new people, you want me to make this impression on everybody by sniffing my armpit?
Or the chair stream one's good too.
Yeah, the chair stream is good. It gets me off the screen for 2 minutes and everybody just stares at my chair.
What's your chair's name? You named your chair. What's it again? I forget.
Veronica.
Oh yeah, that's right, Veronica.
Yeah, nobody ever hits on me. They all just hit on my chair.
I've noticed.
It's a strange dynamic. I have a very, very fun audience, I would say.
You have the most loving and supporting audience too. I always have fun when I'm in there.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's very fulfilling. It really is.
It's
So,
always great.
what kind of got you into it? Because you said you started like last March. Well, March 13th, you said, which is literally the start of the pandemic. Was it anything to do with? Is that what got you to be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm doing it today? Like,
no, weirdly enough. So I had just gotten, I think it was, I think I got my tax return, and so I went and spent my entire tax return on a new PC. And I had been wanting to stream for a long time because, I mean, I would like sit at home alone, depressed, and watch YouTubers all day. And I'd be like, fuck, that looks so cool. Like, they're making a living just playing games. And then I would sit there and I would play Minecraft for 15 hours. And so I sort of one day was just like, you know what? I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to do that too. And so then I went out to Best Buy. I got a webcam and a microphone. And the next day, all of the stores and everything closed. Like, if I would have slacked on that for one more day, I don't think I would have started streaming when I did. And I don't even know if I would have started at all, because it was like, because the pandemic was so heavy right when I started, I had a pretty decent viewership of everybody that was trapped in their house. Like, nobody could go anywhere or do anything. So everyone was just sitting on the internet wasting time. And it's sort of just snowballed into this, oh my God, it's just this wonderful community and something that I can make a living doing, which is really, really nice.
that I think is like, well, it goes to show your ambition and the motivation. Like, it really like pays off. And there's a quote that I love, is something along the lines of like, when's the best time to plant a tree? Fuck, did I already fuck it up? Probably.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. No. So like, it's
like
something
you.
along the lines like, when's the best time to plant a tree?
Eli.
No, the second best time to plant a tree.
That's just the whole quote.
Oh man, what type of quote is
We
this?
got
Is
it.
this a story?
No.
When's the best time to plant a tree? And you're like, holy fuck, that's a good
Wait.
quote. You write that down.
Dude, I just had a breakthrough after hearing that one.
This is all part. Like, you're supposed to fuck up the quote 7 times. It shows progress. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
No, it's like
Be a plant.
the second best time to plant a tree is today. The best time to plant a tree is 5 years ago, because obviously it's like the more time. So like, just get started. Like, just do it. And your story really shows the perfect example of like, hey, if you've fucking slacked one day, and I have those days all the time where it's like, well, I'm really exhausted. I know I need to do this. Like, I need to like upload this to Instagram or something. And I just, you know what? I'll just play some Xbox and then I'll do it maybe tomorrow. And like, if you did that, you would be, 0 followers right now, potentially,
Yeah.
But like, the story that you're, telling, it's like, this is the motivation. This is like, anyone listening, like, just do it. Just right now. Like, as soon as you
do the thing.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Do the thing.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Okay,
then
Mikey.
hop off the podcast and then hop on. and then go do your Twitch stream.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I feel so bad because I was asking questions and I've been muted the whole time. I was like, fuck.
Oh,
No.
I was wondering where you went.
I was like,
answering me.
you're talking about like wasted, like something about the podcast. I was like, oh, it's never a waste of time if you're getting free pizza, and then like nothing happened. I was like, oh, all right.
No.
Eli just all to himself, like, oh shit, everyone hates me right now.
He's in a call by
I was
himself.
like, damn.
He's in a
all
call
alone.
by himself
Got the
talking.
podcast over. Fuck it. Let's go.
No, you weren't muted. We're just ignoring you. We're just completely ignoring
Imagine.
you.
It's like, oh, what was that? Who's that?
I
Oh,
was,
that's you, Mike. Oh, okay,
I
Mike.
was
Oh,
wondering
okay,
why
right,
you
Matt.
weren't talking, because you sent me a Snapchat of the core logo you're working on. And I never heard you once at all in the podcast. I'm like, is he just working on that and he's just here for fun?
Yeah.
What is he?
Honestly, dude, sometimes that's me though. Like when I'm not talking on the podcast, I'm just so in the zone and drawing. I'm like, oh fuck, I should probably interact.
Yeah, that'd help, man.
Well, hey,
even
and
Swords
Eli,
interacting. He's driving.
Yo.
Eli, we kind of like
you guys
experienced
have one word skip for me, and that's it.
He just dropped every one of his dishes.
Yeah. There they all go.
his lawn has a bunch of shattered dishes now.
I was gonna say he put the lawnmower over the dishes.
Yeah.
He's
Not
mowing his
fine
dishes and cleaning his lawn. He got so confused.
Guys, you need a little backstory to this. No one knows what you're talking about with lawn
I know.
dishes.
Well, if they listen to your
No, we
mic, I
started-
know.
I know.
I'll
They
leave
get
it
it now.
unmuted for a second.
Oh, that's right. Did we start recording after he told us that he was driving home, but he made sounds like he's doing the dishes?
I don't know. I'll find out when I
All
look
right, so the
back at it. I
backstory is
forget.
Soaz is in a dishwasher right now, and he's trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
And,
He's in the
he'd like to join
dishwasher and he's mowing
Yeah.
inside his dishwasher.
he's got a lawnmower in his dishwasher while he's doing the dishes.
Hey, gotta make sure those blades are clean. Gotta keep updated.
Yeah, that's right.
For real.
And before we head on to our special segment, I want to talk to Nick
Segment?
a little
Segment.
bit. Yeah, hold on. Not yet. Not yet. I love it, but not yet. I want to talk to Nick about his business he has. I want you to talk about that a bit, Nick, while you're here.
All right, so I guess I've been doing my business for about a year now. It's called Misfit Outdoors. It's kind of like just like an outdoors company, and like what we want to do, me and my girlfriend, we want to like get kids outside more. Like one of the things I see is just like kids, and like there's nothing wrong with it, but like kids like don't experience outdoors anymore. It's just like they're playing video games all the time, and like I basically played video games my whole life, and I want kids to experience like actually going outside and like going fishing and like going hunting and all that's like fun stuff outside. Like a lot of people don't even experience it. Like I know people my age that have never like been hunting or never been outside, and like
Yeah.
I just brought my friend Peter on a hike, and he was like, dude, this is so awesome. Like I appreciate you doing it, and like that's what makes me feel good. And like that's just one part of the business. Another one I started doing, I don't know if you guys don't hunt, you probably don't know what I'm going to be talking about, but it's called Euro mounts. It's like taxidermy. If you've ever been in a person's house,
Oh.
you see like a deer or you see something like that, but this is like just the bone. It's called a European mount, and I've been doing like
Oh.
I've been doing like deer heads, bear skulls,
that's
bobcats,
cool.
yeah, all kinds of cool stuff. So
Didn't
that's
someone
just
ask
one
you to
part
do
of
a human skull like last month?
Oh no, that was a joke. That was a
Oh.
joke. No, but
Oh.
that brings me
Imagine.
to a good story though, because like I've been learning from a guy in North Carolina. This guy Dave, he's a great guy, and he actually does humans from North
Wow.
Carolina medical examiner's office. Like
Oh,
when a
cool.
body's unclaimed, like think of it like he's not just a serial killer doing people's bodies for fun. He's doing it for, like, you know what I mean? He's doing
Yeah,
it
he's
as
just doing it in his free time.
yeah, he gets paid for it. It's almost like the skeleton you see in like your science class, you know,
Yeah.
like back in the day.
Yeah.
And you'll get like $1,000 a human. You know what I mean? So it's
Wow,
like
that's
really
pretty
good
cool.
money. And it's
$1,000
not really
a
that much work.
human.
Yeah, and like does the human
And rock
skulls and like
business.
50%
No
off sale.
wonder Ted Bundy was what he was.
yeah, that's what he was going for. He was going for the cash. But I don't know. It's just really interesting to me, especially like if you like anatomy and stuff like that. Like I work out a lot, and like I like to know my body, and like seeing it in real life, like bones and like how they operate and how they go together is like really cool. But it's just another way, you know, like part of the business. And eventually we want to expand it so we can actually like start helping kids more. And I mean, I think it'd be fun to just teach kids like about animals, and like you don't really see that in school anymore, you know. It's just like
No.
reading the book and that's it. And like that was boring to me. Like
Yeah.
I was always so bored with school. Like I had to do things to be, you know, feel like I'm doing something. You know what I mean? Like hands on. That's why I went to a vocational school, was to do automotive. And now I think about it, I wish I would have done something else. But that's just the type of person I am. And
Yeah.
that's what I enjoy doing. You know, like I love helping people, and like that's why I'm a firefighter, and like that's why I don't know. I just like taking care of people, and like it's not even really about the money for me. But like if I can make money doing it, why the hell not? You know.
Yeah.
That's just my
cool.
business. Yeah. I mean, it's not taken off yet. It's still small, but you know, it's just one day at a time. You know, it's kind of like the Twitch stream. You know, you put the work
Yeah.
into it.
I believe in that. I believe in that 100%. And I'm glad that you said it the way that you did, where it's like not too many kids really get out and go outside anymore, because they don't. And I know when I was a kid, my dad and I used to go camping like 3 times a year, and I would be a completely different person if I had not done that. Like I wouldn't know how to start a fire. I wouldn't know how to like build a shelter out of logs and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and I feel like I feel like that's, we're growing further and further away from our survival skills as human beings, and I think it would be very beneficial for the youth.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Like I was in Cub Scouts and stuff when I was younger, so I have a little bit of background. Like I was in the Air Force and stuff like that. But like going in the woods, like you can read books all you want, but like going in the woods is when you actually learn how to do something. You can read a book and like, all right, this is how I build a teepee, or like a lean-to shed or shelter, But like when you actually go out there and you're trying to do it, and like you're getting dirty, and like you're trying to figure out how the hell to tie a knot, and what do I do here, and like panicking because you're almost like lost. But like that's how you actually learn. Like that's how, like, I just started hunting a couple years ago, and like I've done all kinds of research on YouTube. Oh, how am I going to kill this deer? How am I going to shoot this deer? And like actually going out and realizing like, okay, that's deer shit right there, and like that's how like, okay, there's probably a deer nearby or something like that. Like it's a lot of like hands on, and that's how, for me, that's how I learn. I can, like I said, you can read a book all you want, but until you actually go out there is when you're actually going to learn. And like I want to be able to teach people that, because I didn't really have that growing up.
Yeah.
I always learn better hands-on too. I can't learn from reading a book or nothing. That doesn't help me at all. It goes in one ear, out the other if I read the book. It's just words. To me, it doesn't teach me nothing.
I think it's like,
I didn't know you read with your ears, Mike. Pretty cool.
Yeah, shows how much he reads.
Yeah. Hey, I went to.
You're very right though, Nikk. I feel like hands-on is a lot of people are like, especially nowadays with COVID-19, a lot of people are trying to find themselves in what they want, especially for people who are very social people, and they're more alone. They're just trying to find themselves. I feel like going out and just experience it for yourselves and just doing it that's the best way to learn in general. Like literally, like last year I did whitewater rafting. I did the whole training and licensing and everything. I'd never expect myself in a million years to like do that. But you never know what you're able to do until you throw yourself in the arena, And the best thing is to be humbling, to know that you're always. I think the most humbling thing is to put yourself back into the learning mindset, to know that you're never a master at something. Like even if you are a master, there's always something to learn, Yep.
Never stop.
Well,
learning,
to me, with the hands-on thing, and what it kind of relates to like today's society, and I find myself even sometimes falling into this trap, is like what not doing the hands-on or trying to learn by reading or listening, you're not allowing yourself to fail, and then we become too scared of failure. But like you've been out in the woods, and like especially like out, if you're with someone who's like says go make a fire, and then you're there for 30 minutes, you're trying to make a fire, and you keep it just not working. Well, why is it not working? And then you can step over and be like, hey, you weren't supposed to be using those. You can't use those big sticks until you have embers built up, right? So you start to teach them. So then they connect. Oh, this is what I was doing wrong, and this is what I was supposed to be doing. Whereas like when you're reading or listening to a podcast, it's like, here's the information. This is how you're supposed to do it, but you're never doing it, so you don't know what you're failing at. You don't know what mistake you're making. It could be minor, it could be major, but the result will never happen because you don't experience the failure. You need to do it hands-on to experience the failure, and failing just allows you to like, oh fuck, that's what I was doing this whole, like that's why it's not working. That's why it's like, and like the whole idea of like taking kids outside to like almost like setting them up to have situations of failure to promote the success, they can apply those same skills. Like you said, like you grew up playing video games, they can still go home and play video games, but now they can incorporate those fundamental lessons of failure. Like, maybe it'll make them better at video games. Maybe it'll make them better at like being more confident to accept that, hey, this might not go as planned. This might not work out perfectly. Like even with Britt, like if with all those hands-on lessons, having experienced a failure in your past goes, well, I'm going to make a Twitch stream. I'm not going to have 15,000 followers tomorrow, but hey, I'm going to keep doing it. I'll do it 3 days in a row, 4 days in a row, 5 days. And then like eventually like, oh, now I have 50 followers, and now I just came up with the best pizza idea, and now I have 15,000 followers. So so like you need to have an experience, because then you can match that, that failure or like that moment, that experience to anything, and you can apply it to all the things that you're doing in your life.
Yep. Yeah. Like oh, go ahead. Good, Britt.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say really quickly, I hate when people tell me that they're afraid to do something because they're afraid to fail. It's like I will go out of my way to fail doing something because I know that I'll learn from it. It's the best way to learn something.
Oh,
And
yeah.
another point that you guys brought up earlier about COVID and everything, I cannot fucking imagine being in school right now and not having like people physically around, not being able to physically do work, but to do everything online. Blech,
Yeah.
disgusting, dude. I would not get anything done.
Nah, me
Any
neither.
online class I took in college, I failed because I
Yep.
just
Yeah.
I couldn't
I'm on the
learn
same
like
boat
that.
with you.
I'm a very hands-on learner. I can't learn from just like reading or looking at something. I don't know.
Here's another thing that like I'm starting to kind of see a little bit too is like that exhaustion and I gotta try to think of the best way to explain this. Like I love playing video games, like or specifically Call of Duty, but like
Yeah,
if
we know.
I was if I had a job that I have to play Call of Duty for 8 hours a day, there would be days where it's like I hate my job. Like my job's not fun anymore. Like this is because it's like even though it's something I enjoy doing, when you have to do it because it's the thing that you have to do,
Yep.
it kind of drains you.
Yep.
Well, it's awesome to have technology and like kids and stuff, love the computers and even if they're the whole time in school, like whether they're, paying attention, doing their work or they're using all the other, tabs on their computer to distract themselves, you can't do that for 6 hours a day. Well, given with all the given breaks on top of it, you can't do that all day and then like go home and it's like, okay, now you got homework and now it's like poor kid. Like I still had my hobbies when I was a kid. Like what if that kid wanted to play video games today? You just drained him. He can't even look at a screen anymore. Like that
Yeah.
kind of sucks. Like there's a little mental health like component to playing video games or to playing like you there are benefits to doing other social activities, especially with the way video games are today. Like it is a social event, like you're going out and hanging with people when you play. So I do feel bad in that sense that it's kind of all day every day is tech,
Yeah. Yeah.
I just feel like the
That was
social like the social like learning curve for these younger like kids too, like this, like especially high school, middle school, like one of the most crucial parts of their lives, like socially, you know what I mean, like how like to interact with another human being face to face. Now you're just going through like I know granted it's only a year, but a lot can happen. No,
Well,
Yeah, that's a long fucking time.
yeah, and
Especially for young people, like a whole year sitting inside, that's forever, you know?
Yeah.
yeah. I like to think of it as like you said, it's a social learning curve, not for this year and not for like an age group. I think it's like a societal, like a global thing. Like we can't do like maybe in 100 years is another pandemic, and like the learning curve is like 50 years from now when we realize the real side effects or the
Yeah.
real things that cons that happen from locking our students in at a young age. And maybe we will learn from it. Maybe we will do better things in 10, 15 years, or find better ways to adapt this kind of learning style. Because in a way, there are some benefits to the hybrid learning, where like if the industries like all your careers and all most of your jobs are going to be heavy tech related, like maybe that's what we need to like it's a good way to start teaching them how to be responsible to since you don't have to get up, brush your teeth, and make your bed before you go to work, but you have to get up and log onto your computer. We're just training them to get used to that workforce instead
Yeah.
of the other workforce. So, there's benefits, there's cons, but yeah, really it's what scares me the most is the unknown. Like, what is this gonna do in 5 years for the high schoolers, 10 years for the middle schoolers, and 15 years for those elementary students that like that even like even young kids who like when you start to gain memories at like 3 and 4, like what is this gonna have, like what kind of effects is this gonna have, like where your parents are probably acting a lot different and will continue to act so much differently than previous families. So like and I know just like if you have like parents with like different kinds of tendencies or whatever. Well, that's kind of why every person's different. Is like your parents raise you different, you know.
Yep.
So that like this is gonna have an extreme effect on the kids
Yeah,
in so many different ways.
I definitely think that there's going to be a lot of research into the psychological damages of COVID on young people for years. I think it'll be massive because I really do think that it's colossal, it's impactful. It's nothing that any of us have ever had to go through, you know.
I think it's gonna make a lot of people like antisocial, and especially like me, like growing up, like video games was like my escape, and that's like why I played it so much. I had a lot of shit going on when I was a kid and stuff, so like video games was like what made me happy. And like I look at it like kids love video games, and like I can't really say like video games are bad because it did so much for me growing up. But like I also want people to experience like waking up at 3 a.m. and just sitting in a tree stand in the woods and listening to the forest wake up.
Yeah.
Like you hear birds start chirping, and then you hear like deer rustling through the woods. You know what I mean? And just hearing leaves fall on the ground, and like one of the best experiences is when it's snowing and you can just hear the snow trickle down and hit everything.
Yeah.
It's like the best feeling. And
why
a lot
do I
of people
miss
just don't
that?
experience it. Yeah, a lot of
Why
people
do
just
I
don't
miss
experience
that?
it. But let's get on to that segment.
Yeah,
I think
segment?
that
Segment.
Brandon wanted to
Segment.
All right, so segment, we call it Wally's Questions of the Week. Each week or each episode, what we do is we go around the room and each person is allowed one question to ask myself. That question can be anything. You can ask me a philosophical question. You can ask me a personal question. You can ask me for advice. You can ask me like an opinion based or like maybe I know we don't really do politics, but just as an example, the one that I always like to give, which Mike took a couple episodes ago, was what's your favorite color? You can literally ask me anything. My response
You said it
is gonna
a
be
few times, so
I
I
got a
finally
good
asked
one.
you the question.
yeah. So my response, this is kind of like the point of the segment. I'm just gonna answer like my honest, not intuition. What the fuck's the word I'm looking for? Like
Your
the first
honest
kind of
answer.
thing that comes. Yeah, like I'll try to answer in the best way possible. Like what do I really think? Mostly like how am I reacting? So like you could ask me like an algebra question, but I'll just answer the question. I'm gonna try to answer
Kevin?
quickly.
Okay, fun.
Yeah.
21.
So it's not going to be necessarily true or false or factual or I usually I will say I can lie, but Soars kind of like figured it out. I
yeah.
don't know. I can't lie. He already he cracked that code. So
Yep.
yeah. But for this
I got
segment,
your ass, boy.
yeah. And this
I'm huge for that.
Yeah, dude, that
That's
was
awesome.
I
Oh.
already have such a good goofy question.
Oh, that's perfect because we always start, and this is kind of a little bit different and a little weird, and I wasn't sure how to go about it because we have two new guests. So we always start with the guests.
Ladies first. So Nikk
Perfect,
goes
and
first.
she says she has to go on. Ooh.
All right. So when you put your socks and shoes on, okay, what order do you put them on in? Are you sock, shoe, tie, sock, shoe, tie?
shoes and socks.
What is the order of operations? Yeah, do you put your socks over your shoes and then tie them? What do you do? How do you do it?
I really wanted like I was gonna try to overcomplicate my response to try to make us all giggle a little bit, but I think I put on both my socks and then I put on. Actually, all right. I thought it was gonna be simple.
Yep,
It's not simple.
yep.
All right, fair enough. All right, so I put on both
man.
my socks. I fucking walk around. I go brush my teeth. I go do a couple other things. I finish breakfast. I grab all the stuff. I get ready to go. I go to put on my shoes, and then find out I don't have a belt that matches my shoes, and then I gotta fucking change my shoes because I only have the one color belt. So then I'll take my shoes back off. I put on the other pair of shoes that do work, and then I fucking fumble my keys, try to get out the door. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot my water bottle. I go back inside, and then I leave. I already had both my shoes on, but you get the point.
But so you already have the
Maybe.
socks on. When
Yeah.
when you slip your foot into one shoe, do you
Okay.
already do you tie it right away, or do you put both shoes on and then tie the shoes?
Oh yeah, so we're incorporating tying.
Yes,
part-
very
okay.
important. I can't believe that you
So-
would omit that detail.
I
I'm
know. All right,
offended.
so I wasn't wrong. So then I'm following my keys. I'm trying to get out the door, and I look down at my shoes. I'm like, well, they're not falling off, but I need to tie them. I don't really have time. I'm running late to work. I hop in my car. Sometimes I don't tie them until finally get to work. Like that happens.
Oh man.
That happens. I would legitimately minimum once a week, but probably twice a week.
That's
Driving
so funny.
drive to work and then tie my shoes.
What a unique answer. You know what? I'm proud. I'm proud. Oh, that was good. All right.
Yeah, I never thought I would. I had so much to that because I've heard the sock shoe thing, but I've never thought of the tying. I don't think I've ever been asked that part of the question.
It's a stupid question that I bring up on my streams all the time. Like someone will be like, "Oh, I put I did sock shoe tie this morning," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Bitch, what?"
but I'm the kind of person that especially during the pandemic, I had to rearrange my room at least once a month. My bed would be on this wall, then that wall, and it's because I don't know the way my brain works.
No, you know what that is? That is you trying to take control over your environment, because that's what I used to do all the time. It's like you don't really have control. You're stuck in your house all the time. Yep. The only thing you can do is move everything around in your space and feel better about it.
Right. I was doing that well before the pandemic. I was doing it maybe every other month. But then there was actually I think it was July. I moved it 3 times in the 1 month of July. I changed my arrangement, and it's because I needed to. I found different desks and stuff to put up in my room. It got pretty chaotic, but the reason why I was saying that is because sometimes I never thought of it, but I like to just purposely change up my I try to force the difference in control. So if I always put it in, I try to change up that routine on purpose to see how I'll react. I'm gonna try that with my shoes. What sounds fucking crazy is putting a sock and then a shoe on and you're barefoot just sitting there. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?
Imagine sock shoe tie. Ugh. Come on.
No,
you're gonna have one whole tied shoe before you put on your next sock? Come on, man.
Because
Socks are tied croc, all right? That's what I do.
Here's where my anxiety goes. Is what if I'm trying to tie that first shoe and the fire alarm goes off, or something crazy happens? I gotta run out the door. Now I'm fucked. I'd rather have 2 socks on running out the door. Yeah. I'd rather have two socks on to give both feet a little warmth going outside than to have one fucking my left foot's fine and then here's my right foot.
The firefighters
When you walk outside.
The firefighters are gonna walk up to you
He's in
first.
Antarctica.
They're gonna walk up to you first and be like, "All right, you're missing a shoe, so you had to have been the one that started the fire. What'd you do?"
Yeah, it was you.
And Nick's gonna come in yeah, the fire's done, but what the fuck, man?
Oh my god. Good
smooth transition.
All right, next question.
Nick, what do you got? What do you got for me?
Brandon, what really grinds your gears?
Grinds my gears. Shit. I have a lot of things because I'm very anal about things. Are we done? Are we? Yeah. No, I am very anal. Everything. I'm very punctual. I need to I overthink things and I set out this course of action that's supposed to happen, and then as if everything is going right and then that one thing doesn't go right, I get so mad. But a more specific I guess pet peeve is what grinds my gears. Would be passive. A very just tell me directly, because I'm an overthinker, so I always start to just go down this path. Yeah.
The shoe.
But I always start to go down this path of assuming kind of the worst, oh, this person hates me, this person's I did something so fucked up and so wrong, and what did I do? What the fuck? And it's really nah, I was busy, I didn't see my phone. So I would so like something like, oh, all right, you didn't come on. I invited you out to dinner, and then you know, you didn't text me all day, and then it came closer to that time, and you're like, oh, I can't make it. It's like, dude, just text me right in the. I would really rather have someone go, man, I just really like don't feel like hanging out with you. You know, I feel like just crashing playing video games, and you know, you're a loud eater or something, like kind of gross when you eat. Like, all
Well, you
right,
know the
like,
love part, right?
yeah, exactly. So like, but at least because like when you tell me directly, then that's something that I know I can either work on. I can try to like not do that if I really want to go have dinner with this person, or hey, maybe the feeling's mutual. Maybe it's like, yeah, it is. I do feel like I have to try too hard to have dinner with you. So you know what? Win-win. Like we don't have to do dinners anymore. Let's go coffees every once in a while. Like we can still meet up. We can still be friends. But like, just tell me directly. Like, what's the issue? Like, are you mad? If someone's mad at me, like, don't be passive. Don't just like ignore me for like, you know, 2 days. Just tell me like,
Yeah.
yo, that was like you came home drunk last night and fucking kept me up all night, and you know I had a shitty day at work because of that. Oh, my bad. Like, hey,
Yeah.
now I gotta like pay attention to that. Like I can't come home if you're home in that situation, kind of thing.
Yeah,
So,
you just need like that little bit of reassurance, you know, that to sort of
yeah,
just make sure that everything is all fine and dandy. That makes
100%.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I have a lot of friends that are like every once in a while I'll text a friend and be like, "Hey, sorry I missed your message. I love you." You know, it
Yeah.
just so that they know that there's nothing,
Yeah,
that
that
they did wrong.
that's a perfect example. Like literally, like, and this happened with one of my buddies recently when I was trying to like set up a podcast. Like, and I'm texting him back and forth, and then all of a sudden he just like didn't respond for like three, 4, 5 days. And this is something I've been trying to work on, like not overthinking. So like 5 days later, I just text him back. I'm like, hey man, you know, just following up, like, wanted to see like if you know something, blah blah blah, like if we could still meet up. And he texted me back. He's like, "Yo, I'm so sorry. Like, I got caught up with stuff, and I just, you know, got lost your message and shit, and forgot to reply. My bad, man." And I'm like, "No, like that's perfect. Like, no
Yeah.
problem at all. Like, you told like I thought like you were ignoring me because like you don't want to ever talk to me again, but that's not it at all. It was like you got busy. I get busy all the time. I do that
Yeah.
all the time. Like I forget to text people back, or like what I usually try to do is I'll leave the message like unopened so that I know like I gotta go back, like I see the little notification, like I gotta go answer that message later.
Oh
And
my God.
but like sometimes I'll open it up accidentally and then like either not know or forget that I opened it and never reply. And then I'm like, oh shit, it's 3 days later.
Yep. I would say
But
my problem lies in that I hate seeing the little badge notification that I have a message. So I'll open a message just to clear the notification and I'll be like, "Oh, this is very important. I should respond to this, but I'm in the middle of something right now." And then I just completely forget about it. It happens every time.
Or
That's
replying
why-
in your head. What about replying
Yes.
in your head?
Yep.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
Yep.
facts.
I mean, I
But-
can't say anything. I'm the worst at replying to people in general. Ask Mike. He'll
Yeah,
text
he's
me, I'll text
terrible.
him back, and then it'll just be fucking 2 weeks, and you're like, oh, wait, hey, you texted me.
Oh wait.
Yep. It happens all the time. I'm just
Yeah.
used to it.
But as much as I hate it, I do it too. Like so often. Like I'll see messages and just never reply and never get back to them. And like I gotta do a better job remembering. Like, hey, that person could think you're mad at them or something. Like you gotta text them back. Like, hey, we're good. I just didn't feel like doing that. Like,
Yeah.
so I've been trying myself to be better at just being direct. Like literally just, hey, this is how I feel. Like this, you know, this bothers me, or like I enjoy doing this, or like, and especially like the positive things, because like a lot of times you go, hey, like it's hard to start being direct when it's only negative things, because like people don't like to hear negative things. It makes the whole conversation awkward or uncomfortable. So like if you only the times you're direct is like, hey, I don't like when you do that, or you know, you're annoying when you do. Whereas like I started to try to incorporate it too a lot more when I like now when I'm recording podcasts, like, hey man, that was a fucking excellent podcast, or like I really enjoyed doing this, or like, hey, I really appreciate that like you invited me on today to like talk or whatever. Like this was an awesome like situation. So I'm practicing being direct more without like only having to do it in bad or like negative connotations. And I think it helps. So piece of advice, anyone who's trying to be more direct, there's a good way to start. Try to do it in positive situations first.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting pretty close. Got 15 minutes here. Let's finish up these questions so we can wrap up.
Cool.
All right. Anyone got a quick one?
I got you, Brandon.
Oh no.
I got an easy
So-
one too.
Because we have guests, I always have to ask something very personal for Brandon whenever we have guests.
Okay. All right.
Like doing dishes or mowing
Okay.
the lawnmower.
It's really growing on me. I hated it at first, but these source questions are really growing on me.
They're
Are
fun.
you ready for this?
I think so.
Let's go.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Wait, there's an
27.
answer for this.
really?
Does woodchucks sling a lot of dirt or something? And so
No,
if you here, you know what? I will.
The
Google it.
answer for it's actually a woodchuck as much wood as a woodchuck could if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Brandon, you sound a little different today.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
How come we sound like sores?
Okay, are you ready for the
I
the
love this.
Google answer?
Yeah.
According to the Poetry Foundation, a woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Determined that a woodchuck could chuck about 700 pounds of wood.
Holy shit!
That's all I got.
And I thought I chucked a lot of wood.
But like, is that within their lifetime? Like, I need the specifics. Is it 700 pounds
much-
per week?
Yes.
What are
Yeah.
they slinging?
No.
What's the unit of measurement here?
Yeah. What are they? Come on now. Come on.
Yeah, just 700 pounds. So is that total, like lifetime? Like, what
Hey,
is
a
that?
day.
I don't know.
Day.
I don't know.
So a real question, Brandon. Are you one of
Yeah.
the guys that just was sit in the shower for an hour pondering life?
Or
Yes. All right. Go ahead. What's the other one?
only two types of guys.
What's the other one?
Yeah.
What? No, that was just the question. Are you one of those kind of guys?
Yes, 100%. And all right, so a quick little like funny story, just for whoever is listening. Hopefully, not a lot of people. No offense, guys.
Everyone's listening.
But like so like right around like puberty, whatever. When I figured out how to had a little fun with myself. But
Oh no! Oh, it's going this way. It's going this way.
Spiral out of control.
It's funny. So yeah, first couple times I did it in the shower. Whatever.
What are we talking about?
That-
We'll tell you when you're
chicken
older.
wood.
We'll tell you when you're older.
Kind
Chucking
of
wood.
wanking in the shower.
Chucking wood. You can't say chucking wood.
So like, and my parents, I never had the burst and the beanstalk, but like, it was kind of like, I learned most of my stuff from school, the bus, all like from my
bus?
friends, but like,
Bus.
Yeah,
bus-
you learned everything on the
everything was
bus.
the bus. The bus was everything.
Stuck in the
Oh,
washer
yeah.
again.
So like my parents knew I knew, and I knew my parents knew I knew. So like, I like my dad would fuck with me so bad because he would always kind of like make little jokes about like you spent too much time in the shower, blah blah blah, and then like I didn't always do it. Almost like very rarely, like I would do it in the shower. I'd usually do it like when I'd get home from school when no one was home. Like I'm not doing it in the shower when everyone's home. I did it a couple times. Yeah, I know. It's not efficient. There's way better ways to chuck wood, but
Yeah, I would imagine.
You learned it on the bus, so I'm
Seems
sure
a
that-
bit. Yeah,
the
you
thing
learn
is-
how to chuck wood on the bus, and then
Was it from the bus driver or was it from the kids on the bus?
yeah, it was a hands-on experience.
Yeah, it was the bus driver. Yeah, I got therapy next week. I'll meet you there.
yeah. But like literally to the day I like moved out, like there were cause like yes, I am the kind of guy who just fucking talks to myself. Like if non-sexual, obviously, like if I was being like filmed and you could see everything I'm doing, I'm moving my hands around. I'm like walking in place, like turning, like talking to myself. I'm having a full conversation with 7 people as I'm pondering life and like
I do that shit all the time,
like,
especially in the shower. Like, do you ever just,
Yes,
play out
yes.
these weird scenarios in the shower where you're like pretending to be all different people in this weird argument
Yeah.
that will never fucking happen?
What?
Right.
You
Play-
people
yeah,
I thought you were
exist.
talking about whacking it first. And then we
Oh,
went
yeah.
all the way up.
Oh, there's been times where I do both. I usually start with the whack, but
And that's
Right
when
now.
the argument
I
starts.
talk to myself as 7 people while I'm chucking wood.
No, that's how the argument
Walk
starts.
around the house. Hey,
The
grandma,
argument starts
you know,
that way. He's like, "Hey, why'd you do that on my shoe, guy?"
yeah, it's called foreplay.
The couch is looking thick.
yeah, but like I'll ponder. Like I'm moving around. I'm talking to myself. I found out like I'm really good at freestyle rapping, but only when I'm in the shower, and then I can't remember my fucking raps. But like I can just
my-
fucking go off the top. I'm not. I know. Like
I don't
there's no
believe you.
proof.
Is that why
you don't
you're
have to-
fat?
No,
No, you're free.
no. It's usually right after because I don't know. It's that post nut clarity.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Not clarity.
Post Chuck clarity. Yeah, I get it.
Post Chuck.
Post-Chuck.
Hey, there's the episode name. Post Chuck clarity.
Clarity. Yep.
Hey,
There we go.
Eli,
Good
make
last
that
week's
logo next. Skip the core one. Make the post Chuck Clarity logo first.
That's good. That is a good one.
Make
He's
that
just
a
blowing
shirt.
wood chips everywhere.
Yeah.
I like it.
So in
Oh,
a very
shit.
long way of saying, yes, I do spend a lot of time in the shower thinking.
And I guess
Thinking is
freestyles
what,
in
that's
there,
what the
too.
kids call it
No,
these days.
the-
To be fair, I
masturbate-
swear to God, like in the shower is gonna be the person that finds a cure of cancer.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Probably already did, just like got out of the shower and was like, I gotta dry off. Oh, where's my notepad? Ah, fuck it. That's honestly that's me every single time.
fuck it.
Like
I'll figure it out tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's-
I'll remember.
that's what happens with my
After
raps.
my next post nut clarity, I'll wait.
Definitely has a
Post
secret
Chuck.
bathroom.
That's what happens with my raps. It's like I remember it all. I dry off. I'm like, fuck. I don't know where to write this down, but all right, we're
Put
moving
it in your
on.
notes on your phone.
Matter of
shower?
fact, I do
Yeah.
have those. I literally have my. All right, let me. Just for you, I'm not gonna read any of my raps right now,
Okay,
but I
next
do
question.
have. Yeah, get the next question for me. I'm gonna try to pull up one of my raps.
From
Eli,
Jay.
you got one? You want me to do it?
Hard or soft tacos?
Oh,
Soft, 100%. Hard.
I like- me too,
to live,
soft
I like
tacos.
to live on the edge. I like to live
I
a little
like- alright.
dangerous. You know,
Here's-
rip up the roof
here's-
of my mouth. I dare you.
No,
Yeah.
here's my thing. If
Yeah.
it's one or the other, always soft. However, what I
Really?
truly do, I like to put the ingredients in the hard shell and then fold the soft shell over so I get the crunch plus.
Yeah.
That is the 5-head like Taco Bell
Yeah.
cheesy gordita crunch type.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or the Crunchwrap Supreme. I've literally made those before. Oh, fire!
Aw, dude, I'm going to Taco Bell after this. No cap. I'm going. I'm going.
No cap.
I just went to the
No
grocery
cap.
store. Too bad. Going to Taco Bell.
All right, so this phone only has the note because I don't save into iCloud, so this one only has notes from when I must have been pretty sad about a breakup or something.
Oh no.
Oh,
Not reading any of these.
It's just like Sarah, please come back.
No,
I beg.
Sarah, you a
These are way too-
bitch.
Sarah, you a hoe. You know what?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I also like in the shower I'll write like
Uh-oh.
comedy bits too. Do like stand up
How,
specials by
how
myself.
long are you in the shower per day? That's my
He has
next
a
question.
5-hour comedy special in the
Yeah.
shower every other
Because-
Friday.
Yeah, no, because my
Is a
like
cam
my parents
girl a fucking rapper in
get
the shower?
shamed. I'd get shamed. My parents would be so mad because I take long showers. So like, they tried every which way to make me take shorter showers. So like, in the back of my mind, I'm always like, I gotta take a 5-minute shower. That's it. Like tops 5 minutes. And I've done it a couple times. Usually, my showers like the minimum is like a 20-25 minute shower.
I mean,
But
granted, the
I've
hot
been-
water is so relaxing as is.
Yeah,
Yes.
I take like 20-25 minute showers too.
I do
That's
that.
what
I listen to music too, which helps me. I sit there and I just listen to
I
music.
can't.
Oh, I can't. I live in an apartment. The walls are thin in the bathrooms. I can't do that.
Wow.
The only times I we'll listen to music is.
Is
All
when you
right,
have porn going.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, it's not music.
It's
When you're playing
everyone's
out the scenario of 7 people in a porn scenario and you got to put on music.
Yeah,
It's
so
a
so
gangbang.
last year when everyone was at the house,
Bang rap. Yeah.
if my little jam speaker, if my if my jam speaker was on and I was taking a shower, you bet your ass. Actually, usually I would jerk off and then turn the shower on,
Yeah, just
jerk off,
Who
and
did
then,
that? Who did that?
and then get
That was
it.
me. That was me.
Awesome.
Thank you, Eli. We're gonna get that soundboard.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Eli, did I tell you? I got a soundboard. I just gotta figure
No
out how to
way.
use it. Yeah, no, for real. My brother had one.
Yes.
a
That's
little
fucking
sticky
making
right
me rock hard right now.
So Sunday, if we're not at the other studio and we're here, we should still be able to have a soundboard.
Sweet.
Hell
We're
yeah.
gonna make some fucking fire beats on SoundCloud.
Ooh, hey, we could. I can give you. We'll talk later.
We can
I think-
we
is
can
that
call
everyone's
ourselves
question?
B
We're,
like
we're
B
at-
or just B.
We're at 5
the
minutes
beast.
here, so let's
Okay.
get to that last question. Let me ask the last question. So
Cool.
we're not
Segment?
here forever.
Wait, did Eli ask?
Yeah, he
Hard or
asked the
soft
taco
taco?
one.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
And then somehow went back to the shower.
It went back to porn. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how.
Oh,
we
dude,
got
You
there.
know,
right now.
tacos, the reference. You know, it's just
That's just how
True.
Wally questions of the weeks go.
Yeah,
You know,
it
that's
takes
that's just
forever.
how it is.
This is why I don't want to
True.
start with it, because I'm afraid it'll be the whole podcast if we start with it. That's my fear.
Yeah, but it makes well, yeah. We definitely need an intro, but I feel like it bleeds into easy conversations. Like it kind of allows
Maybe.
easy transitions.
It
you know?
does,
Yeah.
but at the same point, you might as well make it its own show.
Hey, speaking of jerking
Oh,
off, how was
true.
your day, Brandon? You know?
Was it
Not yet
depressing?
today,
or-
but not
Speaking
yet
of sticky
today.
chords,
All right, so I got one. It's personal, but it's not like a source personal question, so I don't know to worry about. Favorite childhood memory?
Oh.
Fucking, that's wild. I don't know, man.
okay,
Can I input
yep.
one?
Yeah. Give me some thoughts, cause
Me
You'll help.
breaking your dad's shed window with a soccer ball.
nah, that one, fuck you, dude. I think
that's the
that
most
window's
porkiest
still
thing I've
broken.
ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
that window's still broken. By the way, that's
Still
window's
broken.
They
I'm
just stuffed
pretty
soccer
sure.
balls in it to fix the window.
yeah. What the fuck, dude? That is a weird question.
I have my answer, dude.
Oh, Britt, why don't you take my place on this one? Because it's too broad. I don't know where to go.
Okay, the only reason it came to mind is because somebody asked me this question recently, and I'm already like holding back a laugh because every time I think about it, it's so fucking ridiculous. So, when I was a kid, my mom went to some fundraiser, little banquet thing, and there was like little raffles where you could win a basket, just like filled with a bunch of goodies and shit. And my mom, I was probably 7 at the time. My mom won this like Nickelodeon themed basket. So it had like a SpongeBob blanket, like a bunch of SpongeBob stuff and like Dora and shit. And so she comes home with this basket, and I was so fucking jacked about this basket. I wanted that SpongeBob blanket so bad. I was so hyped that I I threw up all over the kitchen because I was so excited.
What? Oh, I love that.
Just
That's hilarious.
ecstatic.
Oh my god, SpongeBob!
Yeah, I was so
I didn't know
hyped.
that was a thing.
Kids
I
are
was
so
projectile vomiting.
ridiculous.
How does that
Ruined the
happen?
SpongeBob blanket. Like throwing up on it.
My mom and I talk about this story every time I go home, and it just everyone cracks up because it's so silly. Who the fuck does that?
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, that's my story.
shit.
That's what I got.
this blanket's so good.
Oh my god, I
it's
love
ruined.
Dora.
Like the episode of Family Guy when they're just throwing up everywhere.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Whoever throws up last gets the last piece of pie.
Oh shit! All right, that's
God.
an interesting way to end it. So excited, you threw up on a blanket. Nice.
No, I threw up. I didn't throw up on the blanket. I threw up on the
on my
kitchen
mom.
floor because of the
on
blanket.
my mom. Just threw up on your mom. Oops. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, right.
Oh, shit. Oh, that was fun. That was a good time.
That was good. That was good.
Thank you, Britt, and thank you, Nikk, for joining us today. And thank you,
course.
Eli, Brandon, and whatever, Swartz. You're just here. And,
I'm just
yeah.
mowing my lawn over here.
No, you're mowing your
Yeah.
dishes. You're mowing your dishes, not your lawn. All right. Hope you all enjoyed.